Hello. Welcome in. All signs, whatever comes out. We'll see what happens this morning. I don't have my lights set up right. It's all right. Maybe I'll fix them. Maybe I won't. All signs. Oh, I'm going to fix them. I'm too orange. Okay. Let's see. Just add this one. Do something a little different. Let's see if that'll work. We'll brighten it up a little bit. Probably not a lot of it, but a little bit. It's a little better. All right. All signs, whatever comes out. Here. Let's start in order. Why does it tell me right off the bat? What the hell? Why does it show me right off the bat for the zodiac sign of Aries that you may be losing a little bit of passion with the things that you want to, that you've either invested towards, or things that that used to excite you, they no longer excite you. Uh-oh, what the fuck is going on? Let's see. That would be with the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Page of Coins in reverse. Let's see what happens. Whatever comes out for Aries, please. Whatever comes out for Aries. A lot of it's so some of you, it's all towards a relationship, partnership, and the building process of it. So for this to make sense, you've probably been a single Aries for quite some time. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Where are my manners? Should have started with that. Here we go. All right. Show me something for Aries, whatever comes out. What is the message for Aries? Let's get rid of those. I need my sunglasses. Aries. Ooh, what do you got? You're gonna focus on career. You're very goal driven right now. Some of you may have that feeling where it's like you're so goal driven right now because it feels like nothing else is worked out but trying to pursue goals of happiness. I don't feel a love attachment to this. I feel like for the Aries that this read's gonna resonate for, every time you've tried to establish a love connection, it's kind of plateaued or it's dropped off. And that's been the predicament. It just didn't show any forward momentum with the building. It didn't seem solid, or maybe even came across a little devastating, something like that. There may have been, for some of you, words of exchange. I get this strong with this woman. There was disapproval or a lack of happiness. So somebody decided to walk away. As far as this is something I feel you try to keep at peace in your heart with the situation. You don't try to let it bother you, although it does. The tarot's telling me it emotionally does bother you. And you are aware of this, and you're looking for excitement. Something about wanting to balance out excitement. You're strong on the balance of excitement, wanting the exchange, willing to put the work in towards it, hoping for it to travel towards you or for you to travel towards it. For some of you, Aries, a big part of the question is, can I trust this situation? Is this situation worth the trust or the time or the effort? And the funny thing is, I think you know that. Well, Aries, you just got all the main, or I'm going to say it like this. What just came out is you've got the majority of how to balance out a situation, and then you got balance in reverse. I don't feel like enough has been done for balance to happen in more than a platonic relationship. I feel like it has not shown up. Or it's something like it's not shown up. You haven't made time for it, or anytime it shows up, it's not something that sticks around. It doesn't last long. You may get a couple months out of it. You may plan ahead to do something with this person, and then all of a sudden you both go in a different direction. I wonder if that makes sense to any of you. Here we go. Let's keep going. trying not to look back, temperance, being patient. It's like so the reading's telling me you get like a amount of excitement out of establishing the connection, believing you could build a connection. You try to be patient with the connection, only to feel like the connection's going to fall short. Something like it's going to fall short, or it's going to leave you in distress or alone. Yee. Some of you have decided you're not going to focus on that, and you're just going to continue to work towards career goals or establish more for yourself. Something about I get an I and a me on this card a lot. So like you have this energy I see where it's like I can't focus on the things that didn't work, but I know I can focus on the things that I have control of. You also give me this energy of hesitancy with wanting to start it up again, pull the lawnmower cord. That whole rap it makes, it's like you don't want to go through all the bullshit of that. Whatever. Here we go. Whatever comes out for you. Here we go. Ooh, it stood up on its own. Judgments in reversed and the Hangman. So the judgments of the past have made you feel like it was too complicated or stuck to a situation. Some of you, it was more or less of a means to an end. So it's like you want to put your time and effort towards yourself. Others of you as well may have been reflecting on the past circumstances, past things you've dealt with in life. You may be going through like an overcome energy at this time for the zodiac sign of Aries. Reconditioning how you feel, how you think, what's going to work out best, or is so I get something about wanting to make things work out well, but it's got to be worth the time investment. If it feels like it's unhealthy, I won't go towards that. I'll say no to it. Something of the sort. Some of you may have had to cut off an air, water, or a fire sign with communication. Something about when it came to communication, it just felt like it wasn't moving or wasn't worth the effort. And you became aware of that. Let's keep going. Whatever comes out. Anything else for Aries? Anything else for Aries? There we go. There's one. You may not like this, and I'm going to give you the harsh truth, and I'm over it. I'm over it. Some of you are trying to stay. Oh, it's just challenge. It's making me. There's a theme here for the broken-hearted Aries, or the Aries who wanted to find some love situation, find a settlement towards love. They may feel like it's kind of. It's almost like a harsh feeling towards it, like it's just not showing up. The 8 of Cups reversed, the 9 of Cups is reversed with the 10 of Cups in reverse, followed by the 3 of Wands in the Journey. It's almost felt like it's lacked so much excitement. So I get this weird energy, like you want to experience love, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's showing. Oh my God, I split the deck in half. Like you want to experience love, but it's more of like a lust situation or a quick time of like almost like it comes in to play its, to have its little bit of I don't know, I almost say like like a wiffle ball. If you whip it through the air, like a little baseball, plastic baseball with all the holes in it, if you whip it through the air hard enough, it'll whistle. Like it comes in like that whistle and goes out like that whistle kind of energy. Show me something for Aries on top of this one. Let's see what happens. Just 2. It doesn't tell me that you're completely committed to giving up, but you do feel like you've dealt with a lost cause for too long. This definitely makes me feel like you don't plan on giving up to get the Queen of Cups in the upright position. But it feels like with what's surrounding it and above it, like it's been a lost cause for too long, and you're tired of having your hands tied to it. This, I feel like you want an ending to the situation. So the message is straight up telling me like you want to see things work out. But at the same, and it also tells me that you're aware that you want to see things work out when they haven't. With the Seven of Wands upright, you feeling guarded or like you have to fight on your own, or you have to cut someone free or cut loose yourself from a situation. If you don't have to cut free from them, you allow them to kind of leave your energy, is what it's telling me. It tells me you're aware of it. It tells me you're tired. I feel like tired of games there. Temperance is in reverse with the Queen of Wands. I feel like you still, this is the excitement part of your reading. I feel like you still have excitement and investment that you want to believe in. It just doesn't show the forward growth. So some of you, what it's doing is it's reconditioning you to look at the things you've already dealt with or how you want to proceed forward to attain happiness. This is what I see for the zodiac sign of Aries. Anything else on top of the sun card, please? Or this, or the Seven of Coins. Ooh, jumped over my shoulder. Why is that in reverse? Clarify why that's in reverse for Aries, please. It's not too hard today. So emotionally, you feel like it's not worth the time investment, is what this reading is about. But you want to put the work towards it. And I feel like the message for Aries is you've got to trust the decision. Don't also, if you have a lot of people who come at you pessimistic or go against you, something about going against the grain with the devil card, I don't feel like harsh words are going to be what equates to balance for you. I feel like going at things emotionally healthy and looking for the emotional happiness to the connection is the win for you. I feel like that's how you get the Ace of Coins. I feel like that's how you see the momentum of growth. The Hanged Man is here. I feel like you may have said no or had some decisions or even had some worries that you're trying to let go of. Sometimes the best communication we can get is starting over from the ground, going after the things that do excite us, not focusing on the judgments that hurt us. If fighting comes up, I'm going to tell you to ignore it or look away from it, because a lot of this reading is telling me as you push forward, a lot of things from the past are going to try to propel back towards you to like an annoyance. Things are going to annoy you. So remember what you've learned or what you've gained from the past experiences and what you yet have to learn. I feel like that gets you somewhere. I feel like that'll get you somewhere. I also feel as if some of you may have been feeling like you're very tired. For her to come out twice, some of you Aries may have been feeling very tired or depleted at times, lacking wanting to get out of bed even or being excited about doing things. The little things, going out and spending money, going out, whether it's spending money on something you've planned on doing, and then just when it comes up, having less excitement about doing it, kind of wanting to shut the shades and be inside the house kind of energy. I feel like you're trying to come out of that energy. The only other message for your security I would warn you towards or tell you about is focus on the strength of your imagination. This makes me feel like it's wise for you to focus on the strength of focus on the strength of your imagination right now and what you can manifest with your imagination. Stay towards that because it's going to help you learn something. The Eight of Wands with the Seven of Swords, you may have to cut free of people or things that disinterest you or you feel like you can't trust. Like, I just feel like there may be some rebels, pebbles that you got to kind of step around. That ain't worth the time. Okay. That's what I see for you. We're going to move on to Taurus. Taurus. Whatever comes out for the zodiac sign of Taurus. Why do I feel like it's like meet me halfway energy? Something about meet me halfway energy for you, Taurus. Like, how do I get the world to meet me halfway with my happiness? I feel that immediately for you. Here we go. Some of you may need a vacation. Some of you may need a vacation, like it may be wise to do something nice for yourself, especially if you feel how I just said. I'm telling you, the world's here for you to play with. I feel like you need to move on from letting the things that have been out of sorts bother you. I feel like you need some emotional excitement. I feel like it does strengthen. Oh, I'm going to tell you it's going to strengthen from now to September. Something about September, October, from now to September, that will strengthen for Taurus. Here we go. Give me something else. Some of you, it's bonds, the connections with people, being more open to people that you didn't see coming. Something like you may not see these people coming into your life, and you didn't expect them to be as much of have as much influence on it or be influenced by them. And it's almost like I feel like you've been trying to stay too busy. This reading's already telling that you've been trying to stay too busy. Maybe it's just felt like a little bit overwhelming. Maybe when it comes to patience, it's been something you've been trying to figure out how to work yourself out of. Find out. Let's see what we can say. Show me whatever wants to come out for the zodiac sign of Taurus. What is the message for Taurus? Okay, that's got to come out. Can't jump out on my hand. I'm going to try. I got to go with this. I got to go with what I'm feeling. You have the Star card in reverse and the High Priestess. When I looked at the Star card in reverse, before the High Priestess was here, I looked down at the card and I heard specifically, trust yourself a little bit more. Basically, something about, it was more or less believe in yourself is the exact words I heard. Believe in yourself a little bit more with the manifestation card. And then the High Priestess came out upright. I really feel like it's a good time for Taurus to believe in the direction or the, just to work a little bit harder and believing inside of the power that sits within inside of who you are or what you can do. Somebody needs to hear, don't ignore the impossible. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Taurus. Whatever comes out for you. One more card for you. It's too fast, but cool. You're going to put a lot of thoughts, maybe even have some revelations. Or some of you, it could be something as short as deja vu, kind of feeling like you already experienced something or recognizing something you were aware of after the fact, or feeling like you've experienced something, even if it feels like, wait a minute, why does it feel like I experienced this, but did this actually really happen? That may challenge Taurus. You have the Seven of Coins, the King of Swords, and then you have the Four of Coins reversed. So I feel like you're challenging yourself on recognizing who is worth your time and effort to talk to. But I also feel like you're going to challenge yourself with what works best for you in a financial situation. The Two of Wands with the Four of Swords, you've been looking to go towards this direction for a while, and you have a lot of thought on your mind. I feel like you want to become free of feeling stuck from situations. Some of you, it's feeling. Some of you may feel like this has to do with the home front, whether they're at a distance or live with you. Something about this. These cards don't say that. This is how I'm feeling. It feels like it's that. It's when I looked at that King of Swords, it felt like there was communication that should have been had to have stability, but it was kind of either not there or it was right. It was right there at disposal, but it wasn't being utilized. Whatever that's about. Here we go. I'm going to tell you, don't look back at the things or the promises that may not have occurred or the discussions that you may have felt out of the loop on. I feel like you felt out of the loop on discussions or were not told everything you were supposed to be told. I feel like you're not supposed to worry so much about that with the Empress upright. I feel like you kind of, I think this makes me feel as if over time you saw everything kind of evolve to what it was going to be. So if things weren't explained to you, they became told to you, or you figured them out on your own. It was like putting the puzzle together. And then I get this energy where it was like you never should have had to try to put the puzzle together. The puzzle should have kind of come towards you and worked with you. So there's more than you in this involvement. It's not just you trying to figure out a way or direction. It's other people, but them kind of holding that puzzle or putting it in their back pocket and not giving up that puzzle piece to the other four on their other back pocket. Here we go. Fell on my lap. What do you got? So is somebody starting to talk to somebody at a distance? Some of you could be talking to somebody at a distance, a love relationship that you want to see flourish or grow. Somebody's very curious about where this is going to lead. This gives me the intention that somebody's curious about where this is going to lead. Is it going to make me happy? Is it going to balance out or grow? Something of the sort for the zodiac sign of Taurus. Some of you, could be somebody as significant. This isn't going to be everybody, but some of you, this could be like a daughter, grandchild, most likely a woman. I pick up the energy of a female. Here we go. Taurus. Whatever comes out for Taurus. Slid on the table. That's your first card. Judgments. Why is Judgments here? Ooh. Judgments and awareness. So it's kind of repeating what I've already told you. Have you become aware of the judgments? Did you feel blindfolded or felt like locked out of a decision? Or I just feel like people weren't giving you everything. They may have been wanting you to stay focused on your goals versus focusing on the situation. And it does feel like it's close to home. You may have travel coming up, or travel may be something that's very healthy for you at this time, Taurus, for you to get both travel cards. Some of you could have people coming towards you wanting to communicate from a distance, or it could have already started. Maybe this is a matter of saying it's going to pick up. For others of you, it's more or less travel may be the excitement that you're longing for that you haven't had in your life. I had the Fool card in my hand when I looked down before I shuffled. I would say, I feel like the risk is worth it for you. See what we get. This makes me feel like Taurus has learned not to let things get to them. If things were trying to get to you or make you feel unbalanced, I feel like you've learned to say, you know what, I'm not going to focus on the deception, the lies, or the emotional pullback from it. I'm not going to stress out about a situation. I don't need to. I need to focus on the things that I'm looking for to make that sun bright and happy in my face. Celebrations, committal energy. So for Taurus, it looks like you want to focus on being in a happy, content relationship. You could also be wanting to focus on making sure you make the right maneuver with career. Something about career comes up, and then look at this. Not maybe feeling like the hard work you put in just isn't enough. I get this. It just isn't a fucking enough. This is going to make sense to a Taurus who's dealt with this in this manner, this part. I feel like this walking away and I'm going to tell you with the 6 of Cups and the 8 of Cups in reverse, I feel like you've had to emotionally walk away from not only relationships, but you've had to emotionally detach yourself from things that make you feel like it's just not going to work itself out. And this does feel like relationships and career based. It feels like it's both relationship and career building. I have to tell you, one shuffle. Look at this. What did I say? Relationships and love. This is what I feel. Has it felt a little overwhelming, or like it shouldn't be something that you let bother you? I feel like it has, but I feel like your mind is more focused on getting strategic balance right now, knowing that's the way to go. Some of you aren't in connection with anybody, or if you start a connection, you'll be very careful to make sure They're coming towards you honest with you. Otherwise, I see it starting just to stop. The some of you got to be careful too, because not everybody's going to tell you. Watch out for the energy of where people tell you what you want to hear, but they don't tell you the truth. Something like that may be something you have to deal with. You could be looking for, I feel like you're goal hunting. I feel like you're goal hunting or career hunting, trying to figure out what's going to work, maybe wanting to establish something new. Some of you could be a new job, a new career setting. Some of you could be working with a hospital, or I see somebody wearing scrubs or thinking maybe I should go in that direction. I get this like taking care of energy, taking care of other people position for Taurus, something like that. So there could be something that was kind of, you may have felt like you were in a work environment that was either just not bringing on enough money, or felt a little, some of you it was not enough money. Others of you, it was just feeling like a manipulating area, or a lot of gossip and bullshit. And I get this gossip bullshit energy kind of heavily. The Knight of Swords and the Tower with the Death card, I feel like you're waiting for the exchange of a change. I feel like you're waiting for the rebirth of a situation. I feel like you're also trying to learn and be patient with the outcome. Go to the bottom. What's going ahead? I feel like Taurus is going through a very, very important time. With what I just showed me, I feel like you're going through a time where, yes, I get things for some of you, this may not be everybody's reading, by the way, but I feel like for some of you, things have felt delayed or kind of suspended with what you want to do. I feel like what's going on right now is it's going to change in two directions. Figuring it out in a work environment. So if you're the successful Taurus and you like your career, this part of the reading probably doesn't make sense to you. If you're the Taurus and you're looking to establish a new career or bring in more money, this may make a little bit of sense to you. As far as love, it looks like love is going to become part of that journey, is what it was telling me. I also do feel like you're not going to, if at times there were things that were holding you back or stressing you out, I don't see you focusing on that. I see you kind of trying to release that, not wanting the burdens of it. I feel like you're going to focus on balancing out work more than anything, or establishing what makes sense, so nothing comes at you feeling overwhelmed, whether it's with work or celebrations, so you can reach your excitement and happiness, so you can get the balance you've been hoping for, so you can get the excitement, the pleasure you've been looking for, you've probably been asking for. And I feel like you just got to be reminded you can do that. You can't put a time on anything. The good news is I feel like this is coming towards you. And I feel like if you weren't aware of it, my message is just to remind you. The Fool, the Victory card, I feel like this is already set in stone for you. The Emperor and the Hermit. This is a matter of you bossing up or trusting the direction and learning about it or witnessing it while you go. That's what I have for Taurus. I will be right back. I have to run upstairs. I have to go blow my nose. I'm all stuffy. I'll be right back. All right. Okay, I am back. Okay, here we go. All right, Gemini. Gemini is going to be the zodiac sign that gets a cigarette. So I bought an old pack of cigarettes. It's not, all cigarettes are kind of old, but I bought a brand I used to smoke, right? I smoke I lock myself into a cheaper version that tastes similar to what I like for probably a year now. Because these got too expensive. The ones before them got even more expensive. And then I smoked a different brand before that, but I was young when that was going on. They were like $5 back then. But these, I started smoking these. Shit. Not this brand, because this is a new brand. But it's not straight Marlboro. It's a special something, whatever. But I started smoking these cigarettes probably 2 years ago. And I like stumbled upon them because they make two versions of them, special select and special blend. Everybody to each his own. Special blend tastes like shit. Special select tastes like a fucking Marlboro. So I'm like, I'll get those. And holy shit, they're like $8, $9. These sons of bitches are $12.50. I'm like, God damn, how much is a fucking pack of Marlboro? Out here, probably like $15. And the ones I smoke, because I'm cheap with certain things, and because I'm trying, the less money I spend and the longer I can make them last, the better is how I look at it. I like under $8. And they're lights. I went to lights, but I was like, you know what? I want to smoke a strong cigarette for a change. But it's like, Jesus, these are a little more expensive than what I stopped paying for Marlboros. I think when a Marlboros hit like 11, I was like, no, fuck that. I smoked like a pack a day, or at the time I did. So here we go. Gemini. Yeah, they are. I just read your comment. They're crazy expensive. I was smoking. Listen to this. Before these cigarettes, and no, this is not an advertisement. No, you shouldn't smoke. You should pay attention to your health. Yes, I get that, and so should I. I get it. But before I started smoking this brand, I smoked what are called Marlboro 72s. I was paying like $7.50 a pack. Them shits are more expensive than these now. And then I switched to these. And then these ripped up and roared up. And I'm like, it's funny how everything in the store can go up so quick, but they don't want to produce any increase to people's paychecks like that. It's just fucked up. We live in a fucked up world. It just, I could go on and on about that, but we won't. Here we go. Gemini. Are you trying? So some of you, this may be a work reading. Somebody could be wanting you to do more work. Some of you, it's a matter of they want you to do more work or pursue their work. Watch out for this, Gemini. I almost feel like somebody's playing unfair. I get this. Somebody's playing unfair towards you, energy. They may be trying to put a little too much on you. Emotionally, I don't feel like that's fair. You may have to just tell them no. I do feel like this, for some of you, that's going to make sense, and you are aware of it. Let's keep going. Whatever comes out for Gemini. Keep going. Whatever comes out for Gemini. Gemini. Whatever comes out for you. I'm curious to see what you get. Just let it flow. You have the star card in front of me. Let's see what happens. There's your jumper. You have jealous energy around you. This could be, some of you have jealous energy around you around work or in your environment. I'm going to tell you it's work or just in your environment in general. Watch out for jealous energy. I feel like there's going to be people that want to come around that it's not really worth the tongue. Something about They're not really worth communicating with. I get this energy where if you were to demonstrate something for like a audience of people or peers in a work endeavor, they won't like that you have the answers. It's almost like they want what you got. So it makes me feel like a jealous energy. They don't like it because you did it, because you communicated it, because you figured it out. And others may try to use it to their advantage. So watch out for that. That's not in the tarot. That's coming directly from me. They might see it, so they may try to figure out, how can I use it to my advantage? How can I make it so it's completely at my disposal and helps me more than it helps them? So just keep your eye on that. Others of you, it makes me feel like you're just trying to balance out family life and work. You have I need to balance out family and work and not let it get the best of me reading so far. Not let it get the best of me reading so far. You could be craving some excitement in your life. And I feel like, if this resonates for you, you need the excitement, the emotional support, Gemini. I feel like you need this at this time. I feel like this came out to tell you what your thoughts, feelings are at this time. I feel like you can trust that you can find what you're looking for. I feel like that's important for you to hear. It's probably one of the most important parts of this message, how to bring it into balance, how to make it feel real while not feeling overwhelmed or feeling like obligated. I feel like you feel more obligated than you are able to delegate. And I feel like that's important too. We're going to pick them up and we're going to shuffle again for you. Here we go. Gemini. What do we got for Gemini? Whatever comes out for Gemini. If you could remember to hit that like button, that would be greatly appreciated. Some of you may have to watch out. Some of you are going to either need to pursue a new vehicle or watch out for car problems, whether it's something to do with your battery, the car not starting right or sounding right when it starts. It could be something as simple as paying attention to your tires and that they're inflated correctly at the right pressure. Here we go. If there's something you want, like a purchase of a car, or you change, be careful you don't bite off more than you can chew for whoever needs to hear that, because I do get that energy like you need to hear that. Passion is a must. I like this. So passion is a must. I feel like while you're trying to, while you may have felt like you have so many different hurdles or obstacles, or you have so many obligations, whether it's work or home life, I feel like passion's a must. That's kind of felt like it's been at such a distance that it's time to start building in that direction, working towards that direction. I don't feel like it's been around. Socially, I feel like you've been socially dealing with probably the same sex, whether you're a woman or a man, talking to people, dealing with them, being there for them, or just working towards that. I think it's time for you to start really focusing on what's going to make you happy, manifesting the things that are going to bring in the excitement for you, because they don't feel like they've been there as much as you would like. I just feel like emotionally you're aware of that. You know this. So it's time to put that cup to use, is what I feel like. Anything that gets you kind of a little nerve-wracked, I feel like the answer for you is just let it go at this time. Remember, it's going to come in as fast as it goes out. It'll become part of your future as fast as it becomes part of your past. Something like that's important. There may be people that are not being completely 100% honest with you, or don't really want to emotionally be supportive to you. cut them off, cut them out. Don't let anybody disturb your happiness. That's why this is in reverse. Cut free of that bullshit. If other people around you aren't willing to show you their hard work or put the hard work in with you, it's better not to have to fight or pick up the stick in general. There's nothing you have to. I feel like worry is a placement of fear that we don't pay attention too much to. How much worry and fear are connected. How much when we lose the side of worry and fear, how nobly strong or independent a person can become. I feel like people forget this. I do feel like you've had a lot of thoughts and thinking of what love on your mind. I do feel like it's a chapter you're going to want to focus on this year. I feel like it's a chapter that's going to be healthy. You may also learn that whether it comes in or I move towards it, the communication starts or stops, I feel like emotionally it's going to give you the direction. Well, at least I put in the effort. My hands aren't tied now anymore. If it's so, I get the energy where you're going to have to tolerate some that have to be cut free. And then there's going to be where there's two things I need to tell you. You need to focus on the things that are going to make you happy from now to the rest of the year. And cut free of all the other bullshit. Let all the other bullshit go. Because, and some of you, it starts with a simple no. There are people out there, they hate the fucking words no. There are people out there that it's good for them to hear the fucking word no. You know what I mean? Like, so don't feel bad and say no. You know what I mean? Like, whether that's you needing help outside of career or you wanting somebody coming towards you, wanting to change things in a career, speak up for yourself. Nobody's going to do that but you. Okay? Anything else for Gemini? Whatever comes out. The no card, Emperor in reverse and Temperance. Why? Make the decisions. You're going to be cutting free of things that anytime you move towards them or they make you feel, I feel like any unworthy energy is going to be something you cut off this year. Anything that's unworthy or doesn't show fairness, you become aware to. And I feel like you're going to emotionally accept it and move in that direction. Some of you could also be looking to save money to buy something. Some of you could be wanting to buy something or know you may have to save money for the future, for the changes that are coming. What changes? The judgments. I'm going to say something, and I'm not going to even have to show you. I don't feel like, I'll show you this card. I don't think you're going to get victory with trying to help out too many other people. Yes, at home, I would say help out the situation. I would also say it may be wise for you to venture out, take time off, do something that excites you. Something about make more time with yourself, for yourself, so you can give that time not only to yourself, but potentially with somebody else. I see that it might be wise too. You may have to cut back on how much you give to other people, or just be better at saying no. I feel like that's going to be a big lesson for you in 2024. Here we go. Let's keep going. The strange or the ironic part of me saying I feel like that's a big lesson for you in 2024, whether you do it and you can, whether you do it just to do it, or whether you do it because you can afford to do it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you sit on that, on the grand scale of things. I don't see that matters. I see that it's more healthy for you. And it's actually not being someone to enable somebody to expect so much out of you. All right, that's what I see for you, Gemini. We're going to move on to Cancer. Because at this point, Gemini, before we move to Cancer, it almost feels expected. I don't like that. If somebody needs to expect something, they should expect to put the work in themselves and do it for themselves, fight for themselves. Outside of that, cut free of anything that doesn't do that. And I want to remind you something. If you were to give your money or give your time and effort to a situation, would it give it back to you? Remember that, Gemini. All right, now we'll move to Cancer. Here we go. Cancer. Whatever comes out for you. Cancer. You have two that came flying out. I don't feel like Cancers are resisting change. I feel like Cancers are trying to work towards a goal, or they were. Some of you, this is past tense. Some of you, this is now. Like you were trying to work towards, look at that, a goal. You build momentum. Um, at one point, you may even had like a spontaneous energy or a go-getter energy towards it. I don't feel that energy anymore. I feel like you once had that energy. What I see here is I feel like there's work that you've went towards or situations you've tried to work towards, but they feel like the change hasn't shown up. And I don't feel like it's so much just you not seeking it. I just feel like it hasn't, the shoe hasn't dropped kind of energy for you. I do feel like at one time you were spontaneous about it or you were trusting it. What's going on with your integrity? I feel like as far as love goes, you're not letting it be an emotional burden for you right now. The strength is reversed with the Page of Cups. I feel like you're not trying to let it get the best of you, or simply don't want it to disturb your peace right now. I'm going to give them to you. They just want to come out. They're going to come out. Let's see what they are. Work and career may be something you're trying to stay in tuned or focused on, or on the next best place to work. I got a lot of career reading today. I feel like you're trying to establish what's going to make sense, or also I get this what's going to make me happy energy when it comes to work and career. I'm going to tell you, your best bet to find what you're looking for or to make it work is stay optimistic and happy. Don't let emotional things get to you. I do see that you're probably already focusing on this direction with the cards that came up before. I do feel like stability is more practical set in your mind versus love. I feel like that comes before anything else. Some of you have moved on from the excitement of love situations that it felt like the gates wouldn't opened. Anytime it felt devastating with love situations, I feel like you've cleared your thoughts or the practice of it, or had a harsh realization of judgments that if it wasn't going to fight for you, it's okay for it to become part of the past. It's okay for me to move on. I can rebuild. I can let go. I can seek change. The problem is it don't feel like necessarily it's about you. It's good for all of us to change, Cancer, but I feel like it's just like the change hasn't felt like it's come in, and I feel like this has gone on for quite some time for you. Here we go. And I don't feel like you've enjoyed that at all. I feel like you've tried to enjoy the time on your own, but you've also kind of minimized how it makes you feel. I get this energy where you've learned how to release the things that cause anxiety or make you feel anxious, the things that may want to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up or give you goosebumps. You've learned how to make that timid, but at the same time you hide. I get a hiding energy when it comes to how you feel towards the development or the structure, and this does feel like it's in career and love. It feels like it's a little bit of both. Why does it tell me that every time you've dealt with a person, whether it's another female, if you're a woman that likes a woman, or you're a man that likes a woman, or a woman that likes a man, that you've dealt with a woman baby, or you've dealt with a man baby, something unpractical. That's what I feel when I see these two cards come out after everything else. Something that doesn't have, you enjoy the ride for a minute and then it's gone. something that shows a little bit of toxic nature. Some of you, it's toxic nature, whether they're it's almost like a pool of blood of lies. You might have dealt with a lot of deception, and I don't want to say towards work as much as I want to say towards love. I don't feel like somebody was telling you everything you were supposed to hear. I feel like they made you test yourself with your own intuitive natures a little too much, to be honest. Who the fuck wants to deal with that? All right. I don't think you did. I don't think you wanted to deal with it. Look at this. I feel like you turned the light on. I feel like you said, I'm not going to fight with it. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm going to understand it. And I'm going to realize it's not the tree I can plant to grow with. I'm not going to move towards it. I'm okay with that. You could be focusing on make sure you're making doctor's appointments, checking on your health and your vision. I'm going to tell you, make sure you're making the doctor's appointments, checking on your health and your vision. I feel like that is important for you. I also feel like you've learned not to look back. I feel like you're more focused on money and then hoping that the family situations, if there's any family situations that need to be put to bed, to rest, working on those as they come and not fearing the outcome. I feel like this is where you are. I feel like you're really trying to establish the direction you're going to head in. I feel like at times it just felt like nothing was simply nothing was changing. And I feel like it's not about the past or the happiness that we missed out on in life or the things that we had to walk away from or end to start over. It's not about that. It's about where we can start. It's about where we can become, what we start with, what you have to work with. Don't expect much and just let it flow. Something about that may make sense to you. Some of you may have had to cut off speaking or communication with a fire sign. Um, or they may, so I'm going to be, some of you, they stopped talking to you. There could be a fire sign that stopped talking to you, or you stopped talking to a water sign, whatever. All right. I don't feel like you're tangled in a web of lies when it comes to relationships or worrying about manifesting them. I feel like you're more being practical about health, career, and love balance that can come in. Because if lies come towards you, I feel like Cancer makes a decision to basically not be on top of the mountain with that situation because they know where it's going to put them and they don't want to be there. Cancer's aware they're not going to let that happen. That tells me you're aware emotionally you won't support somebody coming in and playing either with your emotions or bringing that anxiety up, or making you feel less than. I don't feel like you'll do that or have the patience for it. I feel like you'll look away. Something about you'll be too busy establishing what works for you. I don't feel like you fear saying no to a situation or being bound to a situation either. I feel just the momentum of a situation has been the struggle for you. This is what I feel. And I feel like anytime you think about excitement or happiness or the playful energy that the day, everybody has good days and bad days. I would say put your heart towards those good days or focus a little more on those good days. I feel like that is going to bring in a little more than what you would expect, to be honest. Some of you need to hear you need to mow the lawn or have somebody cut the grass. Stop letting the grass get so tall. You know what I mean? Whatever that's about, or the grass in the yard grows. Some areas are really green and grow, and the other areas look like a bald man's head, kind of like a piece of bologna or some shit. I don't know. Watch out for pay attention to. You may be spending more time in the yard for some of you. For those trying to change the way it looks or clean it up. Here we go. That's most likely if you own your own place. Maybe you're painting the house. I feel like you're doing something outside though, or sitting outside, watching things, watching people walk by, cars drive by, something like that. Here we go. Let's go. Leo. Holy shit, I knocked my phone over. My big kneecap just banged the table. Almost had an earthquake in here. Here we go. Thank you for the super chat. So, Star Seer. Here we go. I'm going to tell something before we go to Leo. Before we go to Leo, to Cancer. I just got this energy. Maybe it's for Leo, Cancer, Leo. Maybe you're on the cusp, but I'm not on the cusp. But I want to say this. If there's something, Cancer, you've wanted to invest time into doing, a bucket list thing. It doesn't have to be the most daring, dangerous bucket list thing, but if there's something you want to do on the bucket list, cross it off and do it. I feel like this is the right year for that. I don't know. Is it climbing a mountain? Is it going out and, you know, riding the waves behind a boat on skis, doing something you haven't done? Shit, for some of you, it could be more daring, jumping out of a plane. It's not about what it is, it's about you doing one of them and enjoying it, having a blast doing it. All right, now to Leo. One shuffle, you have Judgments upright and the Three of Swords in reverse. Let's see what happens. Leo. You may be strict with your emotions. Somebody may be strict with their emotions right now. Boom, Judgment again. Maybe a little strict with them emotions. I feel like you're going to learn how to stay, inhibit that nature, or know when to. Some of you, it's a matter of when to speak up and when not to. You may want to focus on not letting things get to you right now, Leo. I feel like you win. If you want the win, Leo, don't let things get to you right now. Okay? Something about don't let anything get to you. Here we go. Whatever comes out for Leo. You have the Hermit at the bottom. Some of you, it's about balance and seeking where you can find balance, or just going towards that direction. If in the past you didn't get the balance that you were looking for with a love situation, I don't feel like it's something you're supposed to look back or focus on at all. I feel like you're supposed to raise that cup and expect the new. I also feel like your imagination is going to be part of it. You may discover a lot of emotional support or become a lot more emotionally independent. Something about emotional independence strikes me for Leo with those two cards. You'll be very career oriented or goal driven for 2024 as well, Leo. This is the Ace of Coins. I feel like you're going to stay very driven career wise, or stay busy. You may just be staying busy. Some people may admire that about you, or they may look to you or for the answers. They may feel like you have the answers they're looking for. Some of those answers you may have. Some of those answers you may not have. As much as you learn, so does the next person beside you. Here we go. The world is in reverse. Why? Some of you, if you felt like things have not been finding their way towards you or working out in the best of your favor, is it coming to an ending? Yes or no? That is coming to an ending. So some of you Leos that need to hear this, if the world's felt like it's been collapsing on you, the victories haven't been showing up, you've been having a hard time staying patient. Damn well no, Leo. I'm a Leo. Patience is one of the hardest virtues for the zodiac sign of Leo. Aries sucks with it too. There are other signs that suck with it, but we're talking about Leo. If the manifestations have been having a hard time, I asked, will this change? Yes or no? Simply, if you've been asking for the change, the answer is yes. If you haven't been asking for the change, the direction is still looking good for you. All right. There may have been times where things were overwhelming or you were getting minimal sleep. Emotionally, I don't feel like you've been working towards anything that you clarify the distrust card. Why I feel distrust here. I feel like you're not going to let anything disturb what you understand. But I also feel like as you do this, Leo, pay attention not only to what you've learned, but what else you can learn. I feel like that's your message today. The High Priestess and balance. It isn't just about you being aware or knowledgeable for others or for yourself. It's about communicating or being kind of having the right direction or position, basically having the right How do you say that word? Per, pers, Basically seeing things for what they are in social gatherings. I don't feel like as you do that, everybody's going to understand. But it's not about everybody understanding it, in my opinion. It's about what you can learn and what's going to make you happy. So, in social environments, there's going to be people you communicate with that understand you, and there are going to be people who have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Don't let it bother you, is what I would tell you. If work has been a struggle for the Leo, that work has been a struggle, or been feeling overwhelmed, or they lack wanting to be at that place, I don't feel like it's going to be the last place you deal with. If you've been emotionally worried about things changing or seeing things work out, I feel like the answer is stop. Stop doing that. Don't feel that way. Excite yourself and believe in balance. Some of you may be in a situation that doesn't feel the healthiest, or you've already dealt with this. That doesn't mean you can't find this. Find happiness, the 10 of Cups, the Fool, the Death. That doesn't mean it can't be rediscovered, or that you're not on the right, correct journey to find it, or for it to find you. Give me something else for Leo. Give me something else for Leo. What do we have for Leo? Whatever comes out for Leo. Whatever comes out for the zodiac sign of Leo. I'm going to do 3 shuffles. One more, please. Whatever comes out for Leo. What do you got for them? Why is it in reverse? Clarify. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. All right, so this is telling me the things that may have once bothered you, you need to commit to not letting them bother you this year, Leo. This is what this is making me feel like. So, if there were things that you wanted to see commit or change, whether it was a love situation, whether it was the investments of career, I feel like the only thing that you need to really change is focusing on the things that you may lack in. The areas you may lack in, fix those first before you fix anything else out, or aim to fix anything. So essentially, you're not getting enough sleep. You're saying you're going to do one thing and you don't make time for it. Fix that stuff before you fix anything else out. I do feel like you're going to start to focus on that investment. I do also feel like you may have been tired, or just kind of not feeling. I just feel like you've kind of felt bound to the situations around you, or the things you invest in haven't completely completed you. I get this. It hasn't completely completed me energy. I do think about this. I can't lie about this, or pretend like I don't understand this. I may even at times feel like I need to move on, whether that's from career. It feels more like it's from career. Um, Clarify the 3. A career. Some of you, it may be a matter of establishing your own business, figuring out what's going to work for you, what excites you, not wanting to work for the man. For some of you, Leos, some of you may feel like, why am I giving away so much? It could be something as simple as that. Others of you, it's telling me you may focus on your health, or health can bring prosperity. Something about focus. Look at, and that's you right there. Health can bring prosperity. If you focus on your health, it can bring in the prosperity you're looking for. But on the bottom row, it tells me some of you dealt with an ex relationship that if they were on fire, you probably wouldn't get the hose and unlight the fire. The Chariot, I shouldn't be laughing about that, because that person's burning like a fucking hot dog, like burning to a crisp over there. But this right here, the Chariot, the 6 of Cups, the Temperance, the 10 of Wands, and emotional connected to it. I feel like you've become strong over the lack of building or emotional support with a lover in the past. I feel like you also wouldn't really deal with them or tolerate them. So some of you that you don't talk to the ex completely, I feel like you're more focused on victories or goals that you can go towards, not towards the person that's on fire. Discovering. You're in a discovery mode, but you're also not hesitant to be able to cut things off if they feel like they're falling out of balance. You have that victory card, the Two of Wands in the World. I feel like you're discovering either new talents or you're going to focus on new talents. But if anything approaches you on an unfair or ugly level, I don't feel like you're going to allow it in. I feel like you're going to be like, no, get the fuck out of here. I feel like if anything comes in deceptive, you're going to see it for what it is. Probably get up on your horse and move on. You may have the opportunity for to be invited to something or be attached to a social gathering too coming up. You may hear of this coming towards you. People may invite you. Maybe it's a wedding or a night out with friends you haven't caught up with in a while. Something like that could show up for you, Leo. A lot of you are going to focus on manifesting either a brighter outcome with your future, either financially, also trying the best not to let love situations get to you, or making them feel something about, I don't care about making them feel like a must. I feel like you're aware of that. Like they don't have to be a must, but I want to manifest putting more work in, maybe saving more money or looking forward and having more future growth in balance. It could be in all areas, but it feels like your career setting sets all of it more than the love. The love, it feels like you've accepted a situation. You've accepted saying, basically saying goodbye or having no communication with somebody. Others of you, it's like that's so far behind you. The work situation's what's boggling the mind. That's what it's telling me. You may need to trust and get out more as well, Leo. I feel like a lot of you may need to trust when you go out who is worth the time and effort to work with, who's going to be coming in and going out, or if it's going to bring in the balance you're looking for. Is the effort worth it? I can't tell you if it's worth it. That's your situation while you're out on the town, the city, however that reflects. Here we go. Anything else for Leo real quick? Anything else for Leo? I'm not surprised. So you're letting the past go. You may be, I feel like you're letting the past go with things that may not have worked out, and you've identified this. This definitely makes me feel like you've identified this. This makes me feel like you're trusting your worth or where you are today for you to end with the High Priestess. Seven of Coins, it kind of just validates that for me. It lets me know in the middle of these 5 cards, you're kind of at an acceptance. At times, if you felt like a loss or things were tied, I feel like you're trying to overcome that energy. And the High Priestess is here just to remind you, you can trust it. And the Hangman, it makes me feel like it's no longer there to be a problem for you. I feel like you're going through a transition. And that transition, I feel like, has been a decision that was made that's going to bring in the change you're looking for. That's what I see for Leo. Some of you may make some of the people you deal with may make that commitment or the ride with you, but not all of them will. For you, the card I saw last was the Page of Swords in reverse. That just made me, I don't know where it went, but that just made me feel, and I didn't say it, but I will say it to you. That made me feel like not everybody's coming along. Not everybody's going to be there 6 months or a year down the road for you, and you're not going to be there for them. That's typical in life. Here we go. To Virgo. Virgo. Oh shit, the devil. What's behind the devil? Watch out for liars. Watch out for liars. Virgo, watch out for people lying to you, being dishonest with you. Also, watch out for people trying to tempt you into something that may not feel correct for you. I don't feel like Virgo's going to fall short on the stick there. Virgos are very analytical and smart. Like smart, most Virgos, they're either very outgoing and they speak a lot, or they're quiet as fuck and smart as a whip. From what I've discovered, my mother's a Virgo, so trust me, I pay attention to Virgo. Whether she's the Virgo, this person's the Virgo. I also could sit across from you, eat a motherfucking steak, or eat fish, and be reading your life without you knowing I'm doing it, or hearing things of people that want me to talk to you, and I don't want you to know that this person that you miss is coming through. Shit like that. So here we go. Let's see what we get for Virgo. It's getting chilly down here. Turn that back on. Virgo. What if it comes back to you? Here we go. Thank you, Melissa Reynolds. Welcome in, Jason. Thank you, Annabelle. Annabella. It's a pretty name. It's a pretty name, but it's scary fucking doll. Have you ever seen the movie Annabelle? It's actually supposed to be based on a true story. The doll Annabelle, Bella, where they locked up a fucking doll that likes to like fuck with people or try to scare them or kill them, shit like that. Supposedly that is a real thing in time. I would like to see that doll. I would like to be in front of that doll and see if I feel the presence of like a demonic energy. Because I guarantee I could probably figure that out. I know I could. I've cleared houses and done shit like that, and it wasn't easy, but I've done it. I would like to test my patience and will with that. Some people are like, "You're fucking nuts to talk like that." No, it's just who I am. I don't have the fear in that aspect. Of course, there are things in life I may fear, but nothing like that. Here we go. Are you trying to manifest something? I feel like Virgo is trying to stay hopeful at this time, wanting to manifest and be hopeful towards love situations or outcomes. Has it been because this is going to make sense if you're very single. If they haven't carried on, I feel like you're becoming strong enough to recognize that you want to see them work out. You may have had to let things go, but I do feel like you want to manifest a strong reality, a growth, a building with a person. I do feel as if you felt like you've been at bay or at wit's end with having it not show up. I get this, it's not been showing up, but I haven't been looking at for it energy. But why isn't it coming around? No, I can't really answer that for you. Collectively, I don't think I can answer that for you. Here we go. I mean, if I ask tarot, I might get a little bit of a hint, but collectively, that would be a hard question. Here we go. Virgo, whatever comes up. Oh my God, it landed on my ashtray. Let's see what you got. Just show me the back. A bunch of them came out. You've had love on the mind, it tells me. I feel like you've had love on your mind. I also feel like you haven't wanted to feel any remorse or felt feeling down with love situations that have already happened. I feel like you've accepted those judgments. I feel like you've cleared your heart. I feel like you're more focused on an attitude of work and growth. You have a work and growth reading. I do see that you may be curious, though, at times about having the opportunity or the direction of communication. I don't feel for the Virgo that this makes sense to, that this has been showing up yet. I don't feel like that communication has started. Shuffle. So I'm just going to say it as easy as possible, even if it hasn't shown, because it really gives me like the communication probably hasn't shown. I don't want to say you haven't been ready for it. It does feel like it's something you desire. It just doesn't feel like it's something that's worked out in its favor. And the sword in reverse just makes me feel like it's clarifying the answer no. The Three of Cups makes me feel like it's something that has yet to be found, or it should be on its way towards you eventually. I'm just going to go with eventually on that. Clarify the Three of Cups. Clarify the Three of Cups for Virgo. Why? Show me why. Why is she in reverse? What's going on with her? It tells me that you're working at your best not to let it get to you. Emotionally, not letting that be something that makes you feel, in the fray about not wanting to have angst. I do feel like at one point it was getting to you. I don't feel like you're allowing that to happen right now. And if it did get to you in the past, it's because somebody wasn't coming forward with honesty and integrity or the correct emotional response. I almost get like somebody was trying to trigger a situation or monopolize on it, win over you when there was no real reason for them to win. Some of you, they couldn't see through their own lies and deception as well. They're too strict or settled in their ways, whatever the fuck that's about. That's fucking strange. Okay, let's keep going. Oop. No. Show me something for Virgo, please. Whatever comes out. Some of you guys, it's telling me whoever this was, mom, husband, child, whoever this was, you had to walk away, but you walked away with love. You let something become a past time. It did cause a little bit of distress. It did upset you that you felt like every time you thought it could go in the right direction, you had to go. I felt like you had to go on your own. You had to restart a situation or a connection, but you had to start from the ground up, the ground running kind of energy. I feel like you don't want to be played with it this time. I feel like you're trying to stay very creative and establish having enough money in the bank right now. I feel like that's a huge goal for you is money and manifesting more, or not having to work the 9 to 5 or worry about how to make the bills. Basically be exempt from finance problems. I feel like that's the strength that you're facing right now. The relationship strengths are there too. Wanting to have them build, but feeling like they're not at a distance or being aware you haven't had time for the changes because you've been focused on career settings or goals, something like that. Communication may start for you as well. Some of you may start off and get communication with somebody that was a long time coming. So this could be somebody close to your age, by the way, somebody who's not within 7 years, something about 7. All right, here we go. Let's go to Libra. Libra. We have the zodiac sign of Libra. Whatever comes out for Libra. Okay. Stability is coming out for you. You may not want to feel limited. You also may be wanting to invest more. Some of you could want to either invest more money or refinance, whether it's a mortgage or a vehicle. I see refinance energy for those two money cards. Look at more money cards. I feel like that you're going to trust the decisions you have to make, or you're going to have to really focus on the correct decision at hand. Clarify it. Clarify anything you can for Libra. Let's see where you go. I don't know if it's going to stick with that. We'll see. Libra, whatever comes out. Ooh. The past, the wheel, and love. Some of you Libras were in a relationship where you feel like no longer will they trust you, or can you trust the situation to be healthy for you or healthy for the other. I feel like there were times, this does feel like a man where he may have looked back may be emotionally looked back at the wrongdoings of a situation or why things fell apart. I don't feel like at the same time things have fully changed or communication has opened up. I feel like that became a loss. So for a man or a woman, a relationship ended and somebody's not giving much time to it. Somebody's not participating, whether it's you or them, is what it's telling me. happiness and making the right decisions. I feel like you're really focusing on the long goal of things and the things that are going to bring you in happiness. I feel like that's what you're focusing on. It tells me you may have had a lot of thoughts in this. You also may thoughts of the past or what went on in the past. Some of you are focusing on learning how to believe I can have happiness and I can't focus on the past. I would totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. If it's left you feeling like this or like this, it should already be behind you. It should already be behind you. I'm done. It should already be behind you. That's how you emotionally step forward into one practical matter. Balance, Libra. Some of you may need more time with grandchildren or children. I'm going to say that again. May need more time, but we're going to reverse it with children or grandchildren. Look at this. More children just showed up. Or communication. You may need to open up communication. I feel like there's a missing effort in work or love towards somebody younger than you. That means something. A bloodline. This is going to make sense for the Libra who's got a career or a job, but it doesn't excite them, or it's not bringing in what they expected. Show me something else for Libra. Putting in the great fight, trying to make new decisions, wanting to see work or growth. You're very wanting to see, I get a very, I'm determined energy to see things grow or change. It's just, and this isn't financially. I also feel like they need to change in other areas that there may have been shortcomings or mishaps or things were just unaligned with you and another. And it's probably a younger person. The Hangman. I feel like you don't try to stress it. You're aware of it. You want balance with it. What do you have to trust? You have to trust being independent and going after it. Making the changes yourself. It's not going to come to you. You've got to go towards it is what that makes me feel. Some of you may feel like your hands are tied or the communication, they won't have patience with you. Or they may not show you enough support, or they may have even been very dishonest with you. Some of you, they may have tried to blame you for a situation that wasn't fair. There's an emotional pullback that I feel like you're learning about. There's a strong emotional pullback. I feel like you love the idea of independence right now, but you also have the longing for a love situation to be straightened out. Something about a love situation needs to be straightened out. The passion strained itself. Death, it's been depleted. It doesn't feel like it's fighting for me, or I'm getting the balance, or they're all investigating the balance that it needs. So strengthen up that area and believe in the situation, or that it can change. But it's going to need to start with communication to get what? That change. That's what I have for you, Libra. That's what I have for you. Some of you, they may feel like that's sad. I'm going to say what I have to say. There's somebody younger than you that may feel like you're not attached to them or you don't miss them. And I think they're wrong. It just hasn't been explained, or the strong conversation hasn't happened. And for some of you, the conversation would have to happen more than once. That's what I see for Libra. Here we go. On to Scorpio. Scorpio. What do we have for you? What do we have for Scorpio? Whatever comes up for Scorpio. Whatever comes up for Scorpio. That was quick. So Scorpios, you're very goal driven right now. And I feel like Scorpio is going to play with the things that excite them. You may also have this energy around you right now where if anything feels like you can't trust it, you know what I mean? Like it's going to mess with security, you'll let it go. I feel like I'll let it go energy. Hangman reversed, I won't get stuck here. I feel like you've already made these decisions. This could be as far as with support or communications with those around you that you care about or that you believe care about you. The lovers. Why is the lovers showing up? Let's see. I didn't pull it out. She showed up in front of me. Two of Cups. What's going on with Scorpio? Whatever comes out. Jumped. Take it. I feel like you're working towards trust and aligning yourself with what's worth trusting and what's not. This message is different. I feel like you're focused on what can I trust and what's worth my time and value and what's not. What do I got to cut free from? What doesn't emotionally excite me? What drives me and makes me want to move towards it or feels like it's playing fair? It's balancing itself out. It's giving me great balance. It's giving me great excitement. You may also have new communication coming in. That Queen feels like it's new communication or new people paying attention to you, showing an investment. The Hierophant and the Star card is in reverse. I don't feel like you're going to let anything come towards you that upsets you. Anything that comes towards you that feels untrustworthy or disheartening, I feel like you claim your stake in feeling free from it. You make the decision, not emotionally, to become the wounded warrior. You say, fuck with that. My cup's still full and nothing's going to change my direction, or my strength. Some of you Scorpios, you're in like a transition, it's telling me, where you're not going to let other people get the best out of a situation. Like basically, I'm not going to say manipulate, but basically get more out of you than you can get out of them. You're not going to be letting somebody come in emotionally frustrating you. I feel like Scorpio, you'll say no to that. That's your card. I feel like you'll say no. I feel like with this card, you'll cut it off before it can start. Why is that, Scorpio? Is it because you know you don't want any anxiety or fear? Is it because it's not worth the stress? Is it because it's getting in the way of the direction that you're trying to create? Absolutely. And I feel like Scorpio's not going to let this happen. They're not going to let something bother them that doesn't need to exist. I feel like you're aware of that, and you've already made this decision. You're going to have new energy come around, and things are going to change, like seasons. Things are going to change for you. But I feel like you're going to be very cautious or very intelligent about how you proceed with this change. I get this energy like it's almost like it's not as bad as trying to solve a riddle or as hard, but you'll be very open and wise, and if it's worth the investment or time. It's weird. Some of you are going to build a solid love relationship or have already started this. Some of you are going to build a solid love relationship, but investing in that love relationship may be harder because you're both trying to discover what's going to work out for you in career, whatever that's about. But I feel like you're focused on love and career. So some of you, while you're focused on one or the other one's going to start trying to work itself in. And don't worry about any troubles of the past. Anything that's given you thought practice or made you feel a little upset or felt, I'm not going to say the word demoralizing, but tricky, dishonest, outright landish towards you, disrespectful. I don't feel like that's the key. I feel like the key is for you to focus on things working out in a loving nature. So I have two messages. Some of you will stay single for a while, and others of you are going to embark on a brand new relationship, or you've already started this brand new relationship. and now you're trying to figure out, I feel like you're both trying to figure out what's going to make you happy in career. One may feel like they're going in a direction that they can't stop, while the other's still trying to in discovery mode, something like that. All right, here we go. On to the next sign, Sagittarius. Here we go. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what do we got for you? Thank you all for coming in and smashing that like button. I appreciate that. I hope you all have a great day today and have decent weather. Saggy, whatever comes out for you. So I feel like you're not going to be emotionally wounded with situations. And if you feel that way or it messes with your happiness, you're going to tell a bitch no. I feel like if something were to try to devastate you, you'll look away from it, or you'll focus on the things that make you happy. You also may find yourself becoming a little more aligned with being emotionally supportive towards yourself, moving in that direction. And I feel like it's something that's healthy for you. I don't feel like you're supposed to deal with situations that feel like burdens or need to drop off. I don't feel like it's a means to an end for some of you, or it has been for quite some time. It feels more like quite some time for some of you to be 100%. The Chariot's in reverse, Five of Wands is reversed, and Page of Wands is reversed. You have a message like Gemini. Sometimes the best answer is either no answer or saying the fuck no. Say no to a bitch. Tell a person, but back the fuck off, or no, or don't respond. You have that energy. You may have to trust doing that or not being a part of that. Where are you going? I feel like you're going in a creative energy where you're learning how to trust what you're going to work towards and what's going to make sense, and not wanting any fear or anxiety of a lover or a situation to kind of drain what you're trying to achieve now, what you're trying to learn about yourself. You have a very strong learning energy, I'm feeling. Like you just want to learn more. Like you think about a lot, like you've thought about how to relieve the past. And I feel like a committed, excited energy to change in the world, or where you go in the world at this time. Your imagination is probably trying to open up doors. It could also be you may have many options ahead that you may not have thought about working towards or moving towards. Something like that. I feel like you've released the past and you need to go at things with an open heart. Keep manifesting or asking for them, because I feel like the communication is going to be heard. I feel like you should hear that. I feel like you're also putting a lot of hard work in. This is definitely somebody who probably isn't in a relationship. The sign you could have been in a relationship with is a water sign, fire sign, air sign in the past. I feel like that's behind you. I feel like that's all it's trying to tell me. I feel like that is behind you. I feel like that showed what it was. It was what it was for when it was supposed to be what it was, but it's no longer there. So what I get energy when I see this, when I see the Six of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Coins in reverse. I don't feel like you're stuck to this anymore. I don't feel like you're hindered by this love situation anymore. I feel like at once you didn't want to let go of this love situation or see something end. But I feel like you're discovering that you're aware that that's probably the best thing for you at this time. It's going to create balance. Some things need to end so you can start your next great journey. You know, what's happened doesn't have to be like it happened and it's gone and it's never coming back. It's not a mindset about what happened or the judgment or the outcome. It's emotionally accepting the things that didn't work out and not looking back, not worrying about what we could have had, but wondering about what we can have, and trusting the whole process and learning about the whole thing. Like I had already said, I feel like you're learning, making the decisions. And I feel like you need to trust the decisions and trust yourself, have a little more faith in yourself, and things will work out better than you expect. But I do feel like you need to play with your consciousness a little bit more and trust it a little bit more, because I feel like that's your key. I feel like that's your key to success right now. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn. Yes, I have a time frame. I have a family. That's why some of the readings are longer than others. I'm supposed to be off here very soon. So I have responsibilities just like everybody else. Here we go. Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? Whatever comes out for you. Here we go. I'm going to say something before we do Capricorn, and I don't even have the time for it right now. The more people learn to stop focusing on the irrelevance of things and stop the avoidance of focusing on what they should, the further they become spiritual or enlightened. I've noticed a lot in the audience have lack patience, or they think they only need to listen to this sign or that sign, or they need to say something that has no relevance on the message that's given. I don't know if that has something to do with your patience, your awareness, or just who you are in general. But give some thought with that and train your mind to focus on what's of importance or what's valuable to you. You'll gain more that way. But let's go to Capricorn. All right. Here we go. And it's not just the person who said something that I spoke to. It's in numerous areas I see it. And I'm just like, ay, 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 itakala. Itakala. Oh, well. Here we go. Cappy. What comes out for you? All right. I do appreciate the nice thing the person said in the message, but I don't appreciate where their attention span was. Here we go. Change. Oh, what's going on, Capricorn? What's going on? Are you going to start talking to somebody? Did you just start talking to somebody? What's going on, Capricorn? Tower, Queen of Swords. Oh, you may have a relationship brewing. You're either going to manifest a beautiful relationship or you're going to start really making some serious money or the right investments. I've got two things so far. You may end up in a relationship or the building of a relationship. I feel like this is something that's coming for you. And if it's not that, it's going to be whatever you put your mind to or wherever you work towards in a money situation. It looks good. If you discover to talk to the right person, it looks good. It looks real good. Some of you, it's another person that you enjoy the conversations with. Some of you, it's a simple message. Your message is super easy. It just tells me that it's not like just that love is something that's important to you or the connection here. It has to do with wanting to really focus on being very goal driven right now. It's almost like you don't want love to be the only obstacle in your life. Some of you, it feels as if you're going to focus, you're kind of mimicking Aries. Maybe you dealt with an Aries, or maybe it's just the judgment that you feel that's trustworthy or at your disposal. You, Capricorn. I feel like rebirth and change. I don't feel a self-sacrifice towards love. I feel like you're not worried about love or the manifestations of love right now, especially with the things you've endured in the past. I feel like you kind of said no or let that go. I feel like you're more in discovery mode. Where can I go? Where am I going? Where's this wheel turning me? Where am I going to end up in the world? Am I going to have the success, the stability I'm looking for? Because the past isn't the problem. The love situation I want isn't the hindrance, something like that. It's what I can discover, something about what I can discover. I feel like you're really trying to figure out the drawing board right now or not be distracted. I do get the energy. If love came in, you would let it distract you. Absolutely. Like you would communicate with it or talk to the person. Like because it wouldn't be that, it wouldn't be something that's too much of a distraction while you're busy at work. Energy. You're gonna trust making situations work out for you, or they're just gonna work out for you well, career wise. Things that might not have shown up for you, I feel like they're going to start showing up for you. I'm over it. Now you're getting the same cards. It's repeating the message. I feel like the building in an area or the discovery of finances or precise, clear direction is going to start working in your favor. It does feel like it has to do, I'm going to tell you to be real, like it feels like it has something to do with money. Let's see. Let's clarify the Knight of Coins. See what it says. Making decisions, discovering or moving on. I'm over it. So these are the 4 that came out. I told you you're gonna have to discover or make decisions. The Fool. Trust these decisions. What's it about? Does that not look like the building money or finances? I feel like that and opening up the communication that's non-existent in a love situation. It's coming. So you have career looking good and love looking good. Your message is simple. In the bottom of the card, it looks like a victory for both. You have communication coming towards you. You not only have money starting to go in a better direction, you have love coming towards you at the same time, or having the opportunity of both. This tells me for sure that that's changing for the better. You have a very good reading. Some of you, it has a lot to do with what you've already dealt with, and it being the roles being reversed. You getting that playful excitement, and you just needing to trust it. Strength. A lot of you are going to be doing whatever you're doing very independently in the career end. Like you may talk about it, but it's more about whatever works for you, it works for you. Some of you, it's just a matter of finding something that brings in more money or brings you more money than you make now, or extra money. Something about extra money for some of you. That's what I see for Capricorn. All right. Aquarius. All right. Capricorn, I did like that. It looked like things are aligning for you, whether you're aware of it or not. I don't know if it has something to do for Capricorn with the right place, right time. It just looks like in time, it's all going to unfold better for you. And that has to do with a lot of Capricorns that felt like the world was an obstacle or against them for too long, whether it was a committed energy in love or finance. It doesn't matter which one it was. Some of you could have been both, but it feels like one outweighed the other a lot. All right, Aquarius. What do we have for the zodiac sign? Aquarius. Aquarius. One more shuffle for you. Let's see what you get. Aquarius. What comes out for Aquarius? Oh, come on. Well, Capricorn comes out for Aquarius. Hits the floor. The Devil upright. Let's see what you get. The Devil upright. Clarify the Devil upright. Clarify these 3, please. Your reading is very simple to me. It's about you emotionally not letting things get to you. You discovering you're wiser and smarter than that. You also focusing on the things you're passionate about. Some of you, yes, it's career driven or it's children. I feel something that is a man, but I feel kids. It's career driven or it's taking care of kids of some sort. Some of you, it's about being the boss at work. Okay. the Devil reversed, the Three of Swords reversed, the Three of Wands, and the Six of Cups. I feel like anything that goes against you, you're not letting it intimidate you, distract you, hinder you. You're like, no, you're like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't want to deal with that. Emotionally, you can go in the fucking toilet or you can go in the garbage barrel. It's an absolute no. You have no, no, and no. A lot of no's in this. A lot of people standing up for what's worth their time and what's not. Every one of your cards is reversed. So if anything comes with you or tries to play with you or corks you into a direction, I don't feel like you follow their direction. I feel like you follow your own direction. I feel like you may have to cut people out or feel like you can't be patient with some people that you would have liked to have grown with or been patient with, like to have them on the ship with you. I feel like you focus more on your own mindset and goals more than letting anybody else get in the way of the victory. And I feel like you have peace of mind, emotionally knowing it's the right decision. I actually really like this. It's almost like you know what to do without being sure of it, but also not fearing to do the right thing. I really like that. You're aware of what's going on. Some of you has a lot of trial and error energy from the past, from the things that have stopped and started. I do feel like you're willing to learn things at this time, but you're being at ease with letting people in too easily to be a habitual offender or to create obstacles that should not exist. I feel like you're sitting back from that and you're focusing more on where you need to be, what you can offer versus all the people around you that want you to give, or it's me. I feel like you were willing to give, but you had to set back and kind of not come to terms of negotiation, but just understand that if things don't change, at least I can go in the directions of change that are healthy for me. And those I can give it to, I will. But those I cannot, I will not. I feel like you've become very grounded with this energy, by the way. And I saw that Emperor upright. Maybe you've recognized I'm the boss. I'm the queen. I wear the pants. The wheel's in my court. It's in my favor. I do see you looking towards celebrations or wanting to see things work out in a career environment. I do think that you've played with the idea that it may not happen or that it's very stressful, but you still try to be pragmatic or hope for the best solution in the career situation. You may have dealt with some deceptive energy with somebody around you or in love in general. I feel like what's going on with you right now is you're not letting anything bother you, whether it's loved ones or a love situation. I feel like you've made the decision to stand tall and strong on yourself and to commit to what's better for you right now, not to focus on the dilemmas of the past. I feel like you've come full circle with recognizing it doesn't bring great balance, and I need to manifest the things that are going to make me happy. I've already seen what doesn't make me happy. I've already given thought to what doesn't make me happy. I've already felt the fear of understanding it. It wasn't just my imagination or an illusion. I need to focus on what makes me happy, and I feel like you're aware of it. And I also feel like you're opening up to it and getting ready to put the work to put it in its place, to be the boss of the situation. That's what I see for Aquarius. Okay, here we go. On to Pisces. Pisces. Here we go. Pisces. What kind of decisions are you? So it tells me you're at decisions of achieving great balance. Why? I don't know. Whatever comes out for you. I'll show you the two cards. Ooh, I'm going to leave it there. I liked how stiff your shuffle was. Are you stiffening up? Are you tightening up situations around you? Some of you are waiting. I'm going to tell you, and it's cool when I look down and it's the card. I just feel like you're waiting for the excitement of love, waiting for it to show up or for the arrival of it. Something like that's important to Pisces. But I also feel like you're discovering you need to fight or trust the situations, that they'll either work themselves out or that there'll be a past time. It's okay if there's no communication, there's no support in love. I just need to focus on balance and not letting things deplete me or upset me. Staying unupset with the way love has been drawn, how maybe it's been not showing up in the manner that you would hope it would be there. This is like, I'm not chasing it. It's not chasing me. I'm not letting it get to me, but I need to stay focused and oriented on my goals, maybe my kids, something like that. I can't feel wounded right now. I have to learn of things of the past. Here's your card. I have to be aware and excited that if it's meant for me, it will be there for me. Right now, I cannot stress about that or the growth of it. I need to stress on trusting myself or the growth of where I need to end up. A lot of you, it's going to be putting a lot of work and effort towards yourself, having a strong mindset and appreciating those who love you and loving them back. Something like that. I don't know how I saw all that off of that card, plus the Hermit and the Coins card before it. Maybe it was that Two of Cups. It means a lot to you to get the balance in all those areas, what it's telling me. Some of you are also balancing out situations with communication, either trying to get precise and clear communication from somebody younger than you, or have them open up about things that bothered them, or trying to rediscover what some of you, it's more or less trying to rediscover what's going to excite you, what's going to create happiness, allowing that if it's not there or it doesn't show up, that it's okay. Something about that, it's okay, that I just got to keep working. Emotionally, you may have felt like, oh, my love life's a disaster. It sucks. I get this, it sucks energy, or I can't trust the direction it's moving towards. I feel like you're not going to focus on getting a victory or losing a victory. And I feel like that's where you're supposed to start. I feel like how you fill up the jar of love is not worrying about love, for my beautiful Pisces. I feel like that is super intelligent. And I find that kind of attractive, to be honest. Very attractive. Three of Wands in reverse. The journey may have come to where it feels like it's eluded you, or it's made you feel like you don't know where to head. Don't think about it. Don't give it another second's thought. Focus on the things that you want to work towards or believe in to make yourself happy. And let go of any fear and anxiety at this time. Fear is a waste of time. It's a waste of an emotion. And I feel like if you look back at the things that didn't work out, it'll just prolong until you see things work out in a favor that makes you happy. All right, dear Pisces. It tells me that you either had to walk away from a fire sign, water sign, or an earth sign. Magician is upright. Clarify the Magician for Pisces. I feel like you're in a learning phase. And I also feel like you're learning to trust what's going to make you happy in celebrations. I feel like a lot's going to be exposed to you in the next 4 months. I have 3 cards, but I feel like the energy of 4 months of how you feel, or how you'll restructure your energy towards love situations. If it feels like it's not coming towards you correctly, you'll cut free of it. If it feels warm to the heart, you'll embrace it. Something like that, and you're aware of it, you'll move towards it, potentially. Some judgments won't work out, and you'll continue to put the work in yourself to strive for balance. I think that's beautiful. At the end of the day, change can be a beautiful thing if we're willing to allow it, and as long as it's the right change. Some of us will just, you're very conflicted. You have a conflicted energy. Some of you are going to decide not to open up and move towards celebrations, and to keep the emotions towards yourself and just put work towards yourself and those you love. Others of you are going to open up the social environment of going towards that love opportunity. Some of you, it's going to be a matter of time. It's going to take time before you actually feel the encouragement or the excitement to go in that direction, is what it tells me. But it does look good. All 4 cards are, excuse me, 2 out of the 4 cards are upright. So 50% chance it happens quick. 50% chance you got to wait for it. I would tell you, you're going to wait for it. Yep. Oh, yeah. I feel like you're going to let go of the past. You're going to have no more anxiety or fear of the past, and it's not going to move right now. 2 cards in reverse for me, it's a no. And now you have 4 cards in no, 2 cards in yes. And this feels like it's a matter of time, but it's going to be time that takes it takes a while. And now they're all reversed again. What is not changing? Don't be stuck on patience or the outcome of a love situation. That's the best acknowledgement, because all it's going to do is make you feel devastated, or like things aren't fighting for you, or keep you prolonged to feeling stuck, or feeling like you can play with happiness. I don't feel like that's the answer. I feel like your answer is over here to the right. Be patient and have the strength to endure. I feel like if you do that, you'll win at the end of the day, no matter what the outcome is, whether you do it on your own or you do it with a significant other, and create the bonds of happiness and excitement in the future. I'm going to be a little excited to read your message next time because I think it's going to be a very good message. I feel like I'm going to manifest a beautiful message for you, but I won't know till I come out and read again for you. But we will see. I'm actually kind of excited, and I might start with you first or put you in the middle for the next reading. Thank you all for coming in. Please remember to hit that like button. I have to go. I'm about 15 minutes behind. You guys have a great day, great rest of the week. Stay humble, and peace. See you later. Bye, everybody.